Hello, and welcome to Stasis Pod, the Transformers Robots in Disguise podcast. I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
And I'm David. Are you ready to in the jungle?
That's right.
I didn't know Rumble was in this series.
Oh no! Oh, wasn't there?
Yeah. The next episode is actually the next episode is Frenzy in the Jungle.
Frenzy in the Forest.
Oh.
And then the lesser known third episode, Enemy in the Jungle.
No, Enemy in the Mine.
Oh, that's terrible.
What was the horrible title I thought of the other day?
I don't know.
There should be an episode.
Morton Meets the Eye.
Yes.
That's what I called it when I threw a bunch of salt in the guy's eyeballs.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
So Rumble in the Jungle, starring Muhammad Ali and George Foreman.
No, it doesn't star them. They're not in this.
For our younger viewers,
Much younger.
Yes, much younger. Well,
younger than you.
Yeah, this fight took place in 1974, so I think it's older than all of us.
Oh shit, it's older than all of us. Wow. Yeah.
It was. It was a big boxing match in Zaire with current heavyweight champion George Foreman, who was undefeated, against Muhammad Ali, who was the challenger. This was not long after he'd been reinstated to boxing after refusing to be drafted for the Vietnam War.
Mm-hmm.
And Ali was the underdog, but he won using the rope-a-dope technique, where he sort of took the punches from Foreman and sort of supported him against the ropes, and then Foreman got tired, and Ali beat him.
Sports.
I mean, one of the greatest boxing matches of the 20th century.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard of it, which means it's pretty significant.
Yeah, because it was...
You probably know that, and maybe the Thrilla in Manila.
Yes, it was a change of his usual strategy, and it's referenced so many places and so many odd things in that, there's a wrestler named Shinsuke Nakamura, who was a Japanese wrestler and had a finishing move called, what was it called? Ali Bamya, I think that's how it was said, which was a reference to something chanted in that boxing match of Ali, kill him.
Well, and Ali was very popular in Japan.
Yeah, so that was his finishing move when he was in Japan, but he had to change that when Shinsuke came to the WWE for a bit. I think he's not there anymore. So he changed the name of his finishing move to the Kinshasa, which, what was the name of the city?
That's the city, the Kinshasa, Zaire.
Yep.
Now Kinshasa, Democratic Republic of the Congo.
Yeah, so this is your wrestling moment for the year, possibly, because I don't watch wrestling as much anymore. We don't talk about it anymore, really. But,
yeah.
Well, in fact, Ali famously fought a Japanese wrestler.
Oh?
It was in 76, the War of the Worlds. It was Ali versus Antonio Inoki.
Oh, Inoki! Shoot, I've heard of him, and I can't remember any details other than, wow, he's sort of famous, big.
I mean, he was a huge thing. I think Ali was extremely popular in Japan at the time. So this was like it inspired that fight in Rocky III between Rocky and Thunderlips Hulk Hogan, where you had a boxer versus a wrestler.
Yeah.
It ended in a draw, of course.
Oh, Inoki's the guy with the big jaw. Okay, that's why I remember him. Yeah.
And then I think, did he later change his name to like Muhammad Inoki or something? Sort of in honor of him defeating Muhammad Ali.
That sounds extremely Japanese.
Yes.
Weird, but neat.
Oh, and then Ali attended his Inoki's final wrestling match.
Cool.
Anyway, this doesn't really have anything to do with this episode, but I hope you enjoyed it all the same.
Yes, the title of this episode is kind of a good title, but it immediately brings up in my mind that boxing match. So it I get there's probably a few songs called Rumble in the Jungle, most of which are a reference to that boxing match.
Yes, although I think, I think the main one I'm thinking of is by Robin, the singer. Anyway, so this first aired May 16th, 2015, and was written by the late Dean Stefan.
Oh.
Aww.
Who wrote a number of... This is his only Robots in Disguise episode. He passed away in 2018. But he wrote one episode each of both animated and Transformers Prime. He wrote Society of Ultimate Villainy in animated.
Oh, I love that one.
And Speed Metal in Transformers Prime, the one where they do the Fast and the Furious with Knockout.
Oh, yeah, that was
Yes.
cool. Oh, and he did a bunch of Rescue Bots episodes.
Yes, including 4 Bots and a Baby, which I believe we all enjoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One where they've got the robot baby.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, that silly one.
I mean, a lot of Rescue Bots are pretty silly. That was among the sillier ones.
It was a good kind of silly, because it was Rescue Bots.
Anyway, we open on what appears to be a solo mission for Strongarm. She has been begging and pleading Bumblebee for weeks for a solo mission.
Yeah.
She's gone 2,000 miles, which...
Well, as Chrissy Hind would tell you, 2,000 miles is very far.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, it is.
Did anyone actually do the measuring on a globe to figure out how far away they could be?
I did not.
I can tell you, having driven 1,000 miles, that it would, if she were going the speed limit on highways, which you absolutely have to assume that Strongarm does not go a single mile over the speed limit, presumably not stopping to rest at any point because she is a Transformer, she's Cybertronian, probably take her at least a day and a half. So, it's pretty far.
Well, I was thinking, like, where on the globe could it be?
Well, I mean, part of it is that we don't actually know where Crown City is.
Yeah, but like, we could guesstimate somewhere between Chicago or no, it's probably on the West Coast. Maybe Seattle.
Well, clearly she ends up in what is either Central or South America.
Yeah, it feels like South America, maybe, but I should have looked up the distances.
Yeah, well, I mean, my only experiences with this is that this one time I walked 1,000 miles, and then I walked 1,000 more.
No, you walked 500 miles, Rob. Don't you remember?
500 miles. Well, see, I walked back, though.
Ah, okay.
I had to walk back, so it was 1,000 miles.
1,000 miles was about 20 hours. It was... I would normally do it in 2 stretches, and it would be about 10 hours a day, being a normal, boring human who has to sleep.
Well, thanks to Google, Seattle to Mexico City, I think it's Mexico City, is 2,400 miles, roughly.
Okay.
So if they're south of that, then
if they're in, like,
Oregon, that would get them.
That kind of works. A little higher than that.
Yeah. So anyway, she's recording a journal entry about this, and she's very excited.
She's so excited that her pistons are tingling, which again, what on a Transformer is a piston? Other than, like, the pistons, but it's... I don't know. I shouldn't be seeing innuendo in this series more than, like, previous ones, but somehow it's there. I mean, it's not as much as, like, the early stuff of Jack and RC, but... that was just oddly noticeable and weird.
Yeah, she's sort of dreaming about a promotion. Sergeant Strongarm, Lieutenant Strongarm, President Strongarm.
I don't think you get promoted to president from the police force.
Maybe that's how it works on the Cybertron.
Well,
maybe it is.
Well, Starscream was an air commander and eventually ended up as president.
Yeah, that does lead the question. Does Cybertron have a president?
Well, it did once.
That is a good question.
It did once.
I mean, it might now.
I mean, I guess there's always like a council, so I guess you'd have like the president of the council?
Yeah. I think it'd have to be like that, but again, I don't think that's something that you get promoted through the law enforcement ranks.
I guess there's older definitions of president, because for some reason I was looking at the names and titles of biblical demons like dukes and marquis, and for some reason some of them were presidents.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
See,
That's
I
weird.
was, and really the closest I was hoping, I just wanted to be promoted to Secretary of Balloon Doggies.
What?
Listen, the Balloon Doggies demanded it, David. Perhaps I was the only one here who watched The Critic.
I mean, I remember
It's been a very long time.
Very long time.
I would say probably 99% of what I remember from The Critic is booty, booty, booty.
It stinks. And, it's like there's a bunch of quotes like on the edge of my tongue, but I can't reach them.
Oh, what luck. There's a French fry stuck in my beard.
Oh, God!
Oh! Prometheus! Okay, they're in there, but like they're not like at
Green
automatic recall.
penis.
The Critic. Man, damn, now I want to rewatch The Critic. Fuck, is that on DVD? Or Blu-ray?
Take that, Guanica. Anyway, so she is she is following a Decepticon signal, but she herself is being followed by Bumblebee.
She looks in the rearview mirror and she sees a cloud of dust behind her, and so she turns around and she's like, "It's you!" And then we get the opening credits.
Yes.
So very nice suspense cut there.
Mm-hmm. And indeed it's Bumblebee, and I was just, I forgot to give you my lucky rock.
Oh, he's so adorable here.
Here it is, my lucky rock.
I have a line that I wrote down, and it took me a second to remember why it's there. The note is Tailpipe dirtier than Bumper? Because she, I guess, said that he was on her tailpipe.
I mean, I would say it is slightly dirtier than Bumper.
Yeah.
And it's certainly physically dirtier than the Bumper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, depending upon the car.
Well, I suppose that's true.
And people, like, I've seen people back into telephone poles and just drive away.
He's so he wanted to let her go on this, but he didn't want to let her go on this, and he's tailing her, and then he's just so, like, awkward when she catches him, and it's very adorable.
Mm-hmm. So back at the scrapyard, it is Fixit versus Denny. Denny wants to tinker with Cybertronian technology. Fixit does not want him to do this because it is insanely dangerous.
There's some very serious tension going on here. I guess there's not enough of a Cybertronian presence to have there be an organization. Like, occasionally in Transformers fiction, you get, like, a group that's just dedicated to making sure humans don't get Cybertronian technology. And I guess there's just not enough Cybertronian technology to need too much of that, but Fixit is that. He's that guy.
Yeah, Agent Fowler is just sleeping on the job.
Yeah, well, I mean, still I'm guessing that Bumblebee has specifically actively decided not to tell Agent Fowler he's in town.
Yes. So yeah, they are, and, Grimlock is sort of trying to go along with Fixit here because, only smart robots like us can understand high-tech Cybertronian stuff like this thing. Which turns out to be a kazoo.
Yes. The strange alien plastic tube. Like, that's a kazoo. Also, apparently, Fixit has been watching, I guess, probably Dr. Phil.
Yes.
Because he's...
Yeah, considering the time period, yeah.
Yes,
and I was going to say Dr. Oz would be an option, but I think Dr. Oz just badly does actual medical...
Right.
He's a medical quack. He's not a psychiatric quack.
Right. And I think unlike Dr. Phil, he is like an actual medical doctor, but he has taken the dark side of doing weird medical stuff.
Yes, he's just a quack. He's just taken the quackery side of it.
It's unfortunate they don't get cable. He might be able to pay attention like that Sanjay Gupta. I think he's an okay guy.
Yeah.
Of course, initially when he said, I'm well versed in human emotion based on viewing of a certain doctor on your televisions, I thought he was talking about Mr. Spock.
I was really hoping that he was talking about some fictional doctor, but sadly it went in a different direction. It went in the direction of a doctor who is on TV every day at 3 p.m.
Yes, he would say that you have an unhealthy need to prove yourself, and he would also say that you should tune in every afternoon at 3.
Yes.
And Fixit's delivery on that is fantastic.
It's very good.
Yeah, it kind of makes me sad there's no Junkion in the series. Or is there a Junkion in the series?
I don't believe so, no.
He could be able to talk to Fixit.
So we cut back to Strongarm. She's reached the jungle, a generically Mesoamerican jungle, and Bumblebee is there. He's still following her, but he says, "Oh no, I'm just here as an observer." And it's totally not because I don't trust you at all. Because, well, you know a lot of rules and regulation. You're also a completely weird spaz.
Yeah, it's really easy for me to see Bumblebee's side here because A, yeah, she's a little weird. B, they're on a strange planet. C, like they probably do this regularly on Cybertron, where there's like surveillance and stuff around. Keep a check on them. Not on Earth.
Nope.
Got a junkyard.
I just thought it felt very dad-like.
Yes.
He's dadding.
He's attempting to be the team dad.
Yes.
Cut back to the scrapyard. Denny is working on a terrifying laser blaster. Like, this man should not be allowed to touch weaponry.
Definitely a thing that a human should not be messing with.
Yeah, like the B plot in this of those two, like, causing madness. I'm surprised more of the junkyard isn't destroyed.
Yes. They are like, there's a lot of tension here, and not like the sexual kind.
No.
Because that would be weird.
And yet, in a way, they're bickering like an old married couple.
They kind of are.
Yeah, if they were perhaps more compatible, this could totally end in a Sam and Diane situation.
Yes.
Instead, it ends in more of a Sam and Max situation because this gun explodes.
Yes. Thus killing Denny and changing the series from here on out.
But no, this is
no, that's a Cyberverse level of tonal shift.
Yes. But no, luckily, this is just a cartoon and they just end up with faces full of soot.
Yes. Adorably.
Like they're a couple of little rascals who just looked into a tailpipe. I halfway expected Denny to turn the beak around from the back of his head and declare that this means war. So we cut back to the jungle. Strongarm and Bumblebee have found this, again, generically these Mesoamerican big stone heads, kind of like big Olmec heads.
Yeah, but they don't look like any I know of. They're big rectangles.
Yes.
And different, and I think each head is almost in a different style. It's odd. It's good that they're not like pinning it down, like, this is an actual ruin that is going to end up being slightly destroyed in a few minutes.
Mm.
But it's also artistically annoying that's like, damn it, I want to place it, but I can't.
And we are greeted by a somewhat frog-like Decepticon who...
Somewhat?
Okay, extremely frog-like Decepticon. And he's not like a frog man, he's like a straight-up frog.
Yes.
And he is ranting and raving about how these stone statues won't tell him where to find the lost city of Doradus.
He's
the great
basically...
and wonderful Doradus!
He's a frog with vehicle kibble.
Yes.
Yes.
He's, very froggy. Definitely, I think he's... It is weird how there's like... I go on about this all the time with these Decepticons, is that there's this like spectrum of humanoid to animal to vehicle. So yeah, he's very much the animal turns into a vehicle type.
Yes.
Yeah, I love his design so much. Like his head is just giant expressive frog thing with lips, and he can swell out his neck bladder.
Yeah, his throat pouch, I guess.
big eyes, eyebrows, the dancer, the animation on him. Oh, he's my favorite. I think he might be my favorite design in this entire show.
Yeah,
he's definitely my favorite face in the show because he's so expressive. And as they say, bonkers.
Yes, and he is voiced by John Stephen Rocha, who has not done a ton of other stuff that I'm familiar with, but he's very funny in this.
Yes. It's very good.
He has a slight accent, which is playing into the Doradus, Spaniards hunting for El Dorado kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's his natural accent or not, but it's faintly in there. And, just his delivery. It's like I'm troubled partially by the fact that, this is another Decepticon who could be doing well with Cybertronian mental health. Could be doing better. But he's been unrestrained and he's really strong. So he's been treated as a criminal.
Like he's extremely violent.
Yes.
Well, it's just that, he's violent when he doesn't get his way. But he doesn't get his way because he's looking for something that doesn't exist.
Or does it?
Yes.
It doesn't exist here, anyway.
No, it's probably not on Earth.
Yeah.
No. Then again, that would be a twist if it turned out the thing that he had been looking for on Cybertron for all his life was actually on this random planet he crashed into.
Considering the previous series in Prime where everything ends up on Earth, it would not surprise me.
No.
That was kind of a problem they had.
But yeah, he's so over the top and frogs. Frogs are just fun animals and him just hopping around.
Yes.
I don't think he ever takes a normal step. Every time he moves, it is a hop.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. He doesn't have, normal feet. He's got, he's a frog.
Well, he doesn't really have frog feet
He's
either.
He's got, tires.
Backwards, chicken feet almost, but they're good at hopping. His front legs are as long as his back legs should be. He's built like a weird frog, but I love him. He's perfect. And nuts.
Yes.
I do like a good, unstable villain. Because he can be a slightly evil and comedic.
Yes. So he evades them, and he is convinced that they are fellow relic hunters. Which, I guess means that he's looking for Tia Carrere.
Yes!
Yes.
In my notes, Rob talks about Relic Hunter.
Yes.
How many decades was that show on the air?
It might still be on the air here in Canada. See, it was filmed in Canada, so that means that it counts as Canadian content.
Which means it can run forever, because you have to run some Canadian content up there. Although you have enough shows that people in America have heard of running. Like you have your Letter Kennys, which I should watch more of at some point, other than clips. Did you
realize that that show Andromeda is still being aired up here?
Oh,
is that
shit,
the one
no.
with Kevin Sorbo?
Yes, it is.
Is it still have Kevin Sorbo on it?
I mean, it's reruns of it. They're not still making new ones. Show. Although it would be amazing if they were up to Andromeda, Deep Space Nine or whatever.
I mean, they've been showing that on Pluto TV, but they've been showing a lot of things on... I mean, Pluto TV just recently added a 24/7 Dark Shadows channel, so that doesn't necessarily mean that something is particularly new or relevant.
I mean, I would be 100% for a 24-hour trashy 90s syndicated action programming channel.
That would be pretty great. I would be absolutely on board with that.
Get your Lost World in there, that Beastmaster series.
Ooh, gotta name the bad ones.
Mortal Kombat Conquest.
The Land of the Lost.
They do show the Highlander series.
I think they still air that up here too. Also Canadian.
Yeah.
If you want to see Blue Man Kuma, tune in.
Well, that was French Canadian. Some of the episodes were actually filmed in France, at least on the first season.
Are you sure they didn't just appear French because noted Frenchman Christopher Lambert was in them?
Well, yeah, maybe. No, I could have sworn. Maybe it was just the pilot episode or something.
There can be only one.
Anyway. We've gone way off the field here.
Yes. Yeah, so this guy is Springload, who is obsessed with finding the lost city of Doradus, which is home to the Fountain of Energon.
I mean, That seems like just a decorative thing you might have to show your ostentatious wealth, honestly.
Well, apparently, though, if you bathe in it, you get eternal power or something. It's like the Fountain of Youth.
But no, it's like the Golden Lagoon or the Lost Cities of Gold. Cities of Gold.
It just feels like saying, oh, it's the Fountain of Wine.
Or the Fountain of Blood.
Okay, but...
Yes, Fountain of Blood.
No, that's weird, though.
Yeah. But it's
like Halloween.
Like, he may be crazy.
Oh, he's extremely crazy.
But he's also, like, he's a theoretical character type, a job that I don't think we've seen in Transformers before. He's an archaeologist.
Yes. Well, I guess somebody from More Than Meets the Eye was an archaeologist.
Really?
Oh.
In the comics, you mean?
Yeah, the comics.
Well, there's xenoarchaeologists, maybe, yeah. But it's such a neat idea since, they're on Earth, they're on an alien planet. He's curious.
Now I'm trying to remember who was an archaeologist in More Than Meets the Eye.
Anyway, but
I can't remember.
Yeah, apparently he's just gone on like a rampage through Cybertron's like historians and museum curators because they cannot help him find this place that does not exist.
Yes, presumably that's how he ended up in jail, was beating up a museum curator.
But you get, it's like, this is a character I would love to write for, because I would basically turn his backstory into the Bone Wars. Like, there was another guy he was like competing with, and he just went nuts because they were fighting with each other all the time, and they destroyed each other's lives, and he ended up crazy.
And he's an amphiboid.
Amphiboid, which is a weird to pronounce word.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel right on the tongue.
Word. It's fine.
Yeah. So back in the scrapyard, we're now fighting over that Decepticon hunter because they think they both think they can fix it.
Yeah.
And Fixit's verbal tick betrays him.
Yes. Oh,
I figured he was just so angry that it just broke him and he just got stuck in a loop. Oh, you mean the sewing machines?
Yes.
That one first.
Yeah.
My mom has a bunch of those sewing machines. At least a couple.
And the B plot with Fixit and Denny kind of goes on too long, I think.
Yeah, it needed like a one or two fewer scenes.
Yeah, but although there are a couple of moments, like when Denny's digging around in the trash, the stuff he throws up, I actually paused it, and it's a fun game. Not as good as back in Animated and the stuff Rekgar was throwing out, which were jokes about him. But he tosses up like a sword, a waffle iron, a fake arm, or maybe a mannequin arm.
I like the sword.
I'm gonna guess mannequin arm, maybe.
Maybe, because I think there were mannequins in the next scene, but they didn't have arms.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, they were in that
That's
pile.
why they didn't have arms.
Or no, they weren't mannequins. They were like dressmaker dummies.
Oh, okay. Ooh, got I sold a bunch of these to that guy James Gum. Guy was really insistent. Said he was gonna put a nice skin on these. I don't know what his deal was, but he paid in cash. And it's also around this time that Strongarm calls into Fixit because Bumblebee, he's decided, we're going to call in the whole team. We need everybody in on this.
We need backup, which again is going to take like a day and a half at least. Probably more.
For Grimlock, it's going to take 3 weeks.
He's gonna walk.
Yeah, so anyway, she does call in for backup, but then once Bumblebee is out of earshot, she's all, hey, Fixit. I got Springload. No need to send everybody.
And he's like, in the last 60 seconds since we last talked, and she's like, yep.
We're in a different time zone.
Yes.
And he was all, oh, great.
That doesn't make any sense, but he just buys it.
Yeah, there are a couple jokes in this episode, like that time zone one, that are just so weird. They landed perfectly and made me laugh out loud.
It's not how time zones work, Fixit. He doesn't know, though.
No.
So they end up chasing Springload into this temple, and they try and tackle him. He is covered in high-powered acid.
Yeah, yes. You touch him and it just burns you, which is, very jungle tree frog.
Yeah, I guess he's an acid tree frog or something. Mm-hmm. I guess he does have the coloration of, like, tree frogs, the brightly colored ones. Because he's like this teal, green, and neonish colors.
He really is lovely colors.
Yes, he's very pretty colors.
Looks really good on a beat up old pickup truck that he turns into. The only problem is he has two toys and they're both not great.
Yes, that is unfortunate.
Like there's what is the bigger one's like one of those one steppers somethings.
Yes.
That just looks weird. I never got that one. He's got a Legends. Was it called Legends back then? The little itty bitty ones.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good toy for its size. He's a cute little frog. The problem is he's also tiny, and I want a giant one of him.
Yes.
Like with Jen and her Filch, I really wanted this guy. At least he got toys.
Yes.
Yeah, he got some toys, even if they weren't great.
Mm-hmm.
It's like third party or Transformers Red series. Give me
or
frogs.
Or give me a Kingdom Springload.
Yes.
Ooh.
And then they can recolor him as Spidor.
Yeah. There you go.
So
anyway, I guess I could take him as that.
Unfortunately, this turns out to be an Indiana Jones style temple because they activate its self-destruct mechanism.
Oops.
I'm not entirely sure. They just sort of break it and it starts to fall apart because they knock a pillar down.
It seems to be like a self-destruct thing.
A little bit, but that's not something actual temples really do.
Well, no, but...
Sure they do, all the time.
It does on a show, and this is a show.
That's how they work on TV, and this is on TV, so that's
Precisely.
How they work.
Are we going to have an episode where characters are stuck in quicksand then, too?
Maybe.
It might.
Cliches from the 30s?
We might see quicksand on this show.
I hope so.
I mean, I would expect that on Rescue Bots. Wait, did we have that on Rescue Bots?
I think we did.
Probably. But it's a gag that feels like it should die because it's not really a thing.
But quicksand.
It doesn't work like that.
Quicksand does not work that way.
Yeah, so they do manage to escape. They are almost crushed. And of course Springload gets out of there because he can hop. And so we cut back at the scrapyard. This time Fixit has messed with Denny's TV, which is the last straw.
Yes, he turns on... Well, okay, why is his TV out in, like, the open, in the elements?
Guy likes to watch some TV al fresco.
Well, as we have noted in previous episodes, the robots have been watching TV, so presumably this is the outside TV for them.
Yes.
But that seems like a short-lived thing. I guess they know to throw a tarp over it if it's gonna rain.
Yes.
And it is a junkyard, so he presumably has tons of TVs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Large CRT. I mean, it doesn't seem to be a CRT one, but I've definitely seen these at flea markets.
Yeah. Unless we're counting that diner that they're in a few times, it does not seem like they have a house to live in.
They don't have an indoors.
No.
I mean, they gotta have one somewhere. They gotta sleep.
Presumably, but like, I mean, I never saw every episode of this series. But I've seen all the first season and like another season worth. That I do not ever remember seeing the interior of a house where Denny and Russell live. They just live outside in this junkyard.
Like dogs.
I can't actually remember seeing them in a house offhand, but we'll see, I guess. We will see.
We'll find out eventually.
But anyway, yes, so he turns on the TV, this big, like, it's like that intermediate stage that between CRTs and flat panel TVs, where they were like flat, and they were getting thinner, but they were still kind of big. Anyway, this is me being Denny, as we have covered in previous episodes, knowing far too much about old junk and caring far too much about old junk. But anyway, he turns it on, and it's Fixit's Decepticon mugshots.
It's Cybertron's most wanted. It's the only channel he gets now.
It doesn't seem very helpful that it's only showing ones that they've already caught.
Yes.
Yeah, it would be nice if at least in one of these episodes, instead of just a silhouette, we saw a preview like, oh, this dude might be in a future episode.
Mm-hmm.
That would be
nice.
nice.
Most we ever get is silhouettes that cycle through really quickly, and it's mostly just the ones we've seen so far. Anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want foreshadowing, dang it.
However, we end up with soon their conflict comes to a head because they've got a problem to solve. And that is, that Decepticon hunter is making a weird noise. A weird, this is maybe going to explode noise.
As reported to them by Sideswipe and Russell.
Yes. So they have to do their bomb defusal act as a team.
I mean, it's pretty clear at this point that this is something that Sideswipe and Russell have specifically put in front of them, or have specifically sabotaged and put in front of them to force them to work together, but it does work.
Yes, because indeed they soon find out that the weird noise is because there's a kazoo in it.
Yes.
But once they find that, they also manage to actually get it working by working as a team.
And not just the kazoo, but though it would be funny if they just got the kazoo working. But no, they get the Decepticon hunter because he looks in and this is how I fix things. You're like, okay, there's a thing there that looks like this other thing should connect to it. So let's connect that. And it works. Hooray!
Which I feel like there almost should have been a second gag on top of that. Like when they turn it on, it makes another kazoo noise. And then Russell says, oh, I put two kazoos in there. But instead it just works. Although, again, like Russell thinks of a flail and it becomes a flail. It works for organic life forms too.
That, I think, was a very interesting thing to know. I mean,
Wait,
I don't know that it's ever
it's
going to be
foreshadowing!
relevant. I don't know that it's foreshadowing.
I got it! I got some foreshadowing! Yay, that'll probably come back. Never.
I mean, it might. It's a good enough show that it might.
Yeah.
But it also might not.
So we cut back to the jungle. They find Springload, but he's sure, you were killed back in the collapse of the temple. You must be ghosts.
I love that. I love anytime you think characters have been killed and they show up again and you're like, there must be ghosts. That's a reasonable conclusion to jump to.
Well, sure.
Wait, it's like he has enough madness going on. You have to make him believe in ghosts too?
I mean, he probably already believed in ghosts.
The ghosts of Doradus.
Quite possibly. But again, in my rewrite, I would have him say, ghosts! You can't be ghosts! I don't believe in ghosts! And then he just runs away.
But then the climax wouldn't work.
Well, no, not really.
So yeah, they corner him. He gets Bumblebee with his acid tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Blip.
And so
Big blip.
Strongarm's finally all, okay, listen, Bumblebee, why don't you stop being an observer and actually help me, because I am otherwise boned.
Yeah, she called it.
Yeah. So he's once again pleading with these immobile stone faces to tell him where Doradus is. And so she starts
around this big, round, neat, designed room. And there are coffins in there, but they're coffins big enough for a robot.
Yes.
What were in those coffins before?
Maybe they were very large people.
Or they put like 5 guys to a coffin.
Maybe. That's where you put all your grave goods.
That's where you put your zombies you want to lock up. Oh no, vampires!
Yeah.
It's a vampire coffin.
Seems
big,
legit.
Roomy.
So she hides behind a pillar and she's doing a spooky ghost voice.
She does a good spooky
he is
ghost
not
voice.
worthy.
And so he's totally freaking out, and that lets Bumblebee sneak up, knock him into one of these stone boxes, and then they just close the lid on him.
Yep, that's it. The end. He's
And
dead.
I'm not exactly sure how... Like, are they going to have somebody drive out there with a stasis pod? Are they going to have to tie him up?
They don't
2,000 miles away.
They could really use a ground bridge right about now.
They sure could.
Yes. Or at least somebody who has a better trailer hitch than Strongarm.
I mean, she can carry Grimlock.
Yeah, but this is a big stone coffin with a robot inside.
So Bumblebee does a spooky voice of his own, and all is well and good.
Yep. The day is saved.
Yes.
But Doradus, it wasn't found. He was worthy. He should have found it. He must find it. Again. Please come back, little froggy. Come back. You have so much more to discover.
And so that is this episode. It was a lot of fun, I thought.
Yeah.
I think Springload is one of the series' best villains. He is a hoot.
I guess he's okay. He's no Filch, but he's alright.
Unfortunately, he gets more to do than Filch.
Well, yeah, he gets a bunch of repeat appearances, and they're all
does
pretty
he?
amusing. Oh, he does.
Yeah, I get the feeling the writers liked him.
Yes. I
Probably.
think he appears in... Well, he eventually joins up with Steeljaw.
Yeah, for a little bit.
And he also gets an amazing team-up with Quillfire, who we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
I sort of vaguely remember him showing up again, so...
Yeah, it's kind of a thin episode, and there's a lot of the Denny and Russell stuff, or Denny and Fixit
There's
stuff.
a little too much of that.
But
a little too much B-plot.
Springload stuff is all great, so...
Oh, yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
It's a skippable episode, but I really love it.
Mm-hmm.
It was... Bumblebee at the beginning is so adorable when he gets caught.
Yes.
He's a good boy. Bumblebee's a very good boy.
Oh, I guess it really is good. It breaks up the usual dynamic, because usually you have Sideswipe and Strongarm bickering at each other, and they're hundreds of miles away from each other.
Thousands.
So you get
2,000.
You get better different pairs. My throat is pissy tonight.
Well, that is unfortunate, because I believe it is now time for David's Tokusatsu Corner.
Yeah, give me a sec. Okay, this week on Kyuku Sentai Go-Go 5! The Black Snake Trap. This week starts weird in that it starts with cat burglars stealing, like, jewelry and glowing crystal things? But they're, like, all-female cat burglars that come in on hang gliders, and, like, every third shot is actually, like, a colored manga panel, which is weird.
Okay.
I mean, every once in a while there are like static art stills that show up in Sentai. Well, I guess it might show up more in other tokusatsus, like the Metal Heroes, where you have a scene of like, oh, this is what happened if this giant robot gets out and destroys a city, or this is what happened on an alien planet. But this is for just some cat burglars hang gliding in to break into a building and stick onto the ceiling with suction cups to steal glowy crystals. It's a little weird, but I like the cat burglar angle. And of course, these are the Black Snakes stealing this new ore thingamabob to do.
Question mark?
Anyway, the new ore thingy, which I didn't even bother to write the name down of because it's not important, because it's another unobtainium nonsense. It's like, oh, we could power the entire country if we unlock the power of this rock. Yeah, whatever. It's never going to show up again. So many things. The Blue Ranger gets called in by a science research facility to upgrade their security systems because these black snakes are stealing the rocks everywhere. So he upgrades it. And then there's a play out of like them sneaking in, the security, and a back and forth until finally he catches them in a giant cage that descends from the ceiling. Which is so over the top.
That's how I want to be captured.
Yes, but it turns out that the cat burglars are Dinas and 3 of the imp henchmen, the basic mooks, only they're wearing a chest armor bra thing that looks like hers, and they have little bat wings on them, like her. And a little, I guess, scarf around their waist. It's very weird. She has her own 3 themed henchmen, who, as far as I know, only appear in this episode. I don't think they've appeared before. But anyway, so the back and forth with that, they steal the rock from there, and then, oh no, we have to collect all the other of these rocks that the cat burglars, who turn out to be these alien villain monsters, have been stealing. We get them all from all over the world, bring them together in Japan to make it more convenient for them to steal, stick it in a box, set up a laser grid, have the Rangers hide in corners of a warehouse. But that Dennis, can apparently control snakes, has a snake wiggle up to the sensor, set it off, the Rangers come running to check. Oh, there's nothing here. Repeat a few times until they're like, oh, fuck this. At which point she and her henchmen come. Oh no, she summons more snakes, which turn into change, which wrap up the other 4 Rangers, because now she knows where they've been hiding, and then she just waltzes in and takes the rocks. And then the Blue Ranger has to chase him, and they're all angry and nonsense. And then the plan is to blow up Mount Fuji with these rocks or something?
Sure.
This episode is very tenuously glued together with random scenes, it feels like. It just kind of falls apart. But at the end, whatever. There's no Monster of the Week, which I didn't realize until 10 minutes in. It's like, wait, there's no monster. What? It's just Dennis, these 3 imps with a little bit of extra armor, and that's it.
But
like sometimes, you have an episode where it's one of the main generals will be doing a lot of the fighting, and at the end of the episode, oh, I'll summon a monster I've had in storage for the final fight. No, not for this episode. In this episode, one of the imps gets turned giant, which I know there have been giant mooks in other series or something, but it's the first time I can remember just a regular grunt foot soldier being turned into a giant monster. One of the only other times I could think of, I forget what series it is, the mooks can sort of merge together into a giant homunculus puddle, so it looks different.
Yeah.
It's not quite the same, but this is just that intern grunt Larry, who's a giant monster. Or I guess
poor
they're
guy.
Female themed because they're with Dennis.
Ligma.
Ligma, yes, Miss Ligma is there to get beat up. Oh, but they have a shadow clone trick, so there's 3 of them. But and it is neat that they brought out the first robot that they haven't used in a while to beat up this mook. We'll just use the basic robot. It's fine. So it's breaking the formula, but not breaking the formula in this episode. So it's slightly amusing, but not as good as last episode. It is goofy. And I forgot that the imp minions, they chant Chicky Chicken. I haven't noticed that as much lately. Because I guess it's been more about the Monster of the Weeks instead of the beating up the minions. But this episode, since it was focusing on Dennis and 3 of them, you got a lot of Chicky Chicken, Chicky Chicken. Very silly.
Weird. I don't like it.
Not really. Well, I didn't like that the Blue Ranger punched Dennis in the gut. This episode is it starts with her being a cat burglar and ends up just knocking her down a peg continuously. Although I did like after they beat the giant minion, Dennis turns around to run away, and then Blue is just sitting on a rock with his legs crossed, looking as smug as you possibly can with a full face covering helmet on. And just says, yo. Then he punches her in the gut.
Punch her.
So it's not a great episode, but it's an interesting one.
But villains of the week.
Yeah, I know.
And then they didn't enlarge last time, and so they're throwing all the conventions out the window.
No, last time he enlarged, it was one of the previous episodes where they didn't enlarge.
Ah, okay.
It hasn't been happening every time, but I like the breaking the formula of no giant monsters. It's good now and then, every 10 episodes or so. It's for a change of pace.
All right.
All right.
There's enough toys to sell.
Yeah. All right, so that now brings us to the end of the episode. But until next time, you can find us all over there. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, and we have a Patreon.
Yes, we are hosted on iaconunderground.net, where we have a Patreon set up to help with hosting and other expenses. That is patreon.com/iaconunderground. Every month we do some kind of special episode. Sometimes when there's movies coming out, it's whatever the big movie is for the month. When there's no movies coming out, it's Kimono Friends, it's Pride of the X-Men, it's Inhumanoids this month for Halloween. Sometimes it's GoBots. So just as little as $1 a month gets you access to not just the current month, but also our back catalog of episodes, which at this point is quite a substantial amount of listening.
We're in the 30s or something?
No, we're in like the 40s.
40s? Oh dear. I have lost count.
It's a lot. We've done a lot of these.
Well, plus there's also the 12 episodes of the Gridman. Gridman.
Well, that's not for Patreon though.
That was
for
on the main
Patreon.
feed.
So that's even more stuff you can listen to.
Lots of content.
That's right.
So much content. But yes, for Halloween, we will be watching an episode of Inhumanoids. We haven't recorded yet, but I am looking forward to it because that is probably one of my biggest blind spots in 80s cartoons. So I will be like, whenever we have something like He-Man where Rob is like, I was vaguely familiar with this, but did not realize the details were quite this insane. I'm looking forward to seeing how insane the details are.
All right. So until next time, when we ask, can you dig it?
Can you feel the love tonight?
Until then, I'm Rob.
I'm Jen.
Seasons come out to play. I'm David.
Great.
Thank you.